What's going on, guys? Welcome back into the channel. In today's video, I'm really just doing a fact-finding video, and I'm kind of putting a question out there to you guys to see if you guys know what exactly is going on with a specific issue that I've been having in MLB The Show 22, and to see if you guys have a good workaround for it. I've not really seen too much information out there in regards to this, but this is actually a Road to the Show issue. So when I go into Road to the Show, I have a pitcher Road to the Show right now that I've been having some amount of success with, and ultimately what ends up happening, like when I go to my next game here, you guys will see that it's trying to line me up out in the DH position, and I didn't choose to be a two-way player. I chose to be only a pitcher, and sometimes it will even set me up out in the corner outfield spots or random spots like that. So if I sim to my next appearance, here we can see it's putting me out in left field. So I would be fine with this, to be honest with you. I wouldn't mind occasionally playing a game out there or playing a game at DH or something of that nature. But ultimately, the issue comes in whenever I start to go through further into the Road to the Show, and it keeps resetting me back to the same point because of an error message that I'm getting. So right here, you can see whenever I back out to the menu for Road to the Show, it's getting me this message that says, "Heads up, ball player conflict," which is a little bit odd. You're about to load a ball player into a Road to the Show save that has a different position. To continue using this save file, please create a new ball player or change to one that matches. And this is where things are a little bit odd, because it's not the same as it was in MLB The Show 21. In MLB The Show 21, you could switch back and forth between any of your loadouts at any point in time, but this year I can't create multiple loadouts under my starting pitcher that aren't a starting pitcher. So I tried to create a DH one here, for example, but it still makes me create a starting pitcher profile. It makes me create a loadout that is going to have me loaded in as a starting pitcher. I actually have no options to create one that is a position player or a two-way player, which would then allow me to not receive this error message or allow me to continue on with my Road to the Show without having these issues where it keeps resetting me back to the same point. And really the big issue here is that, again, we're showing that they don't cross over. I do have a ball player that is a hitter, that's a outfielder, so I have a loadout for that, but you can only utilize that loadout at one specific point in time. You don't actually have the ability anywhere here in order to create a player as something that's not the position that you automatically designated when you started that Road to the Show. Like last year, I could go back and forth between my pitchers and my hitters and things like that, depending on how I was playing Road to the Show. But it keeps resetting me back to the same point, because whenever you get the error message, it continues to push you through the same things, and it will kick you out without ever having a chance to load or without ever having a chance to save or anything like that. So I could theoretically simulate up to my next actual pitching performance or something like that, and it's going to give me the same error message nonetheless, and it doesn't give you an option to do anything else. So right here, I can press circle, I can press X, it doesn't matter. It's gonna back me out of Road to the Show without saving. So I don't really know what the issue is here. Maybe I need to do some type of auto saving or something like that. I don't know if anybody else has had these issues, but essentially that's the core idea of this video. I want to know if you guys have any opinion on this or any experience with this issue. Maybe you guys have a workaround that I can share to the community or something like that. So certainly let me know that down in the comment section below if you guys have any better information on what's going on here, because as of right now, this starting pitcher that I've worked so hard to get up to the major leagues, this entire Road to the Show is just dead now. I can't utilize it because it keeps pausing me or keeps taking me back to the same point, and I've tried different ways to try to work around it. And oddly enough, I don't know exactly what's happening here, but when I went to the load screen to try to load up a different Road to the Show to show you guys that I actually have a hitter and I have a different ball player, it has completely frozen. It has frozen my PlayStation altogether. I can't back out of this. I can't do anything. It's completely frozen. So I'm going to have to shut down to continue this video to bring it back in to see if maybe I can load up this file, or maybe all of my Road to the Shows at this point are completely dead and gone. That would be really unfortunate if that was the case. Okay, so I was able to get back in here finally, and you guys can see I have my Blue Jays center fielder and my starting pitcher here for the Pittsburgh Pirates. I can load up this outfielder, and I've never had an issue with this one. I've played well into the majors on this one, and now, okay, so now it's giving me the same thing. So this one's giving me heads up ball player conflict. You're about to load a ball player, same error message. So I can't even get into that one without it being an issue. So I don't know what's going on here. Maybe I need to figure out a way to switch around my appearance or my position. I don't know what's going on. It has changed my ball player to be only a starting pitcher. I don't know what exactly I'm supposed to do here. I don't have access to select any other attributes on here. I don't know what's going on here, guys. I'm gonna play around with it a little bit more, and if I come up with my own solution, I will I'll show you guys, but that's probably gonna be the end of the video right there. Okay, so I did find a minor workaround here to start out with, and you know, I apologize for this video going longer, but as I'm going through this and experimenting, I did find a minor workaround. So for my fielding position, I was able to get to that ball player, and I'll show you guys exactly how. So you go to your loadout here, you go to manage, and you go to create or change ball players. So you have to change back and forth between ball players. Now, the thing that's weird about this is it's not working for my pitcher one. So in theory, for the pitcher one, you would think I would need to change the ball player to a position player, like a center fielder or something like that, in order to be able to access that game, you know, those games that it's trying to simulate me through, but nonetheless it's giving me this ball player conflict just the same. So I'm going to try a little bit of a saving method here to see if I can't save it at one point, switch over, save again, and see if that'll fix the issue. But this is getting way too complicated for something that should be so much easier. You should be able to just switch back and forth between loadouts, super easy. It shouldn't matter if it's a pitcher, it's a hitter, whatever, a two-way player. It should be much more akin to the MLB The Show 21 system, and I don't know why it's giving us these issues like it is right now. The last thing I can think to try here, because I know it's trying to give me options to go both ways with hitting, playing the position, as well as pitching, is to create a two-way loadout. So what I did here was I created a new two-way loadout. It's just a randomly generated one. So now let's go ahead into Road to the Show and see if it will let me continue with that. I'm still not even sure that it's going to at this point. It looks like it does. So we'll go ahead and just do the same thing we did before. So we're going to go ahead and play next appearance, sim to next appearance right there, and back out of it, and see if that did in fact fix the issue that we were experiencing. It did. So we're not getting the same error, and I'll keep you guys updated on it if this is continues to be an issue. So this video actually has turned into an actual fix video, so I hope that you guys stuck around for this one, and I'll make sure to title it appropriately and put it in the description, as well as leave a comment down below. But this is the fix, essentially, if you run into this issue. And I'm sure that you're probably going to run into this issue more often if you just pick the starting pitcher loadout as your loadout, because the game seems to be glitched and still wants you to play two ways. Like I said, I don't know if anybody else has experienced these issues, but if you have, leave a comment down below so that I know. And the workaround is very simply just this. You guys can go back to your ball player up here, and once you click in, go to manage ball player, go to create or change ball player, and just create a new one. Change and create a new ball player so that they're a combined two-way player, so that they have your starting pitching position but also have a fielding position, and that's going to trigger you to at least be able to play both ways and not give you the error of quote-unquote loading in the incorrect ball player. Now, unfortunately, in the process of doing this, I completely deleted the loadout for my starting pitcher, so I'm going to have to recreate that whole thing again. again, but all in the process of science here. Hopefully this will help somebody out there and prevent you guys from going through the same insanity that I did, because I've been going through this over and over and over again. And the first time that I got this and went through it a couple of times, I said, you know what, I'm just done with Road to the Show for a little while. I need to take a break for it before I revisit that topic. So again, I hope that this helps somebody out there, and please, if it did help you out, leave a like on the video to show your support for this type of content, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. So as always, I'll see you guys in the next video, and I hope you have a good one.